Hey everyone, it's Victoria, or Vicky, whichever. And today I'd like to talk about depression. And I understand that people get depression for many, many reasons. It could be external, it could be something that they just happened to them now. It could happen from childhood, it could happen from food-related things, diet, lack of exercise, lack of movement, lack of oxygen to the brain. There's so many reasons why. But let's put that aside for now because nobody really knows the reason behind it. So let's see how could we deal with it without using drugs, you know? And I'm talking about like hardcore recreational drugs. How could we fight this depression in the here and now, like when we're experiencing it? How could we do it? Well, there are many ways to do it. There are self-soothing tips that I will share with you. What do we do? What do I do when I'm depressed? And I do get depressed because, you know, a rainy day or whatever, sometimes I just feel alone. Well, I'll reach out to a friend, you know, I'll reach out on Instagram, I'll reach out on anywhere. You know, the social media today could also have a flip side. You know, with social media, people do tend to get a little bit more depressed. I don't get depressed through social media, but people do get depressed through social media because, then this is a side note, and I didn't want to talk about how people got depressed or why they got depressed, but how to treat depression in the here and now and what to do about it, because you do have to get out of it. But I just wanted to say a side note of people that are watching social media. They think that everybody has a cush life and everything's great. Well, people are showing you what they want to show you. You know, they're not showing you their depression. They're showing you their happiness, because nobody wants to look at depression. Nobody wants to see all that gloom and doom. They want to see somebody happy and vibrant and whatever, okay? And that's great because you're putting on a show, and that's okay, okay? Doesn't mean you're not real. It means that you want to present yourself in your best light, and I get that. That's why people wear makeup, they do their hair. That's why people go out and they get dressed, and everybody wants to feel good because they want to be noticed as somebody that feels good. Okay, makes sense, okay? Deep down on a primitive level, we all want to be attractive for a reason. Maybe it's to procreate, I don't know, but we do want to. And those who don't have kind of skipped out of society and just don't care. Now, how to deal with depression? In my way, I reach out to friends, I'll watch a movie, I'll watch something that has something of a funny nature, some stand-up comedy. I'll go through some stand-up comedy for like an hour, hour and a half on YouTube, just because I'm looking to laugh and I know it makes me feel good. Spend time with people that really make you laugh. Not everybody's going to be all in one. You can't rely on one person to make you happy all the time. It doesn't exist, okay? For instance, your spouse might not be funny, but somebody else might. So you get funny from that person. You may not get stimulated all the time in thought, you know, when you want to have good conversations. I know sometimes I want to talk to my spouse and he's not interested in talking. But where do I reach that outlet? Where do I get that outlet? From other people. So people really do need other people to be satisfied. You can't be satisfied with just one person. And I'm not talking sexually. I'm talking about mental stimulation. I'm talking about really being able to have different colors in your life, different aspects, different theories, different talks, different debates. And it makes you very, very hearty. It makes you much more fulfilled. And I think happiness really comes with fulfillment and confidence and just feeling really satisfied. I don't think you can get depressed if you have more satisfaction in your life. And you have to work for it. You do. You can get depressed in those dips. You know, there are dips, there's hills and valleys, and, you know, definitely can. But how do you get out of it? It's the getting out of it part that you really, really have to work on. I've made videos like this in the past. I thought it was worth making again. And I really can't tell you how you're going to get out of your stressful moments and your depression. But there are ways to get out of it. I just told you some of mine, just to hit a few. Read a good book, listen to a good book, exercise. If you can't exercise and you're injured like I was, you know, I had to listen to books. I watched television. I rarely watch television, but I actually got a lot out of television. I actually got a few things that I could learn, some tips and stuff like that on home shopping. Not home shopping. Definitely not home shopping. home shows, you know, where they were like doing little crafts for kids and stuff like that. I did get something out of it, and I was happy to do it. I wasn't looking really for it, but I ended up getting something out of it. So my message today is to get out of your depression, because it can sink deeper and deeper and deeper, and you want to get out of it now. You don't want it to sink. You want it to pass through you like anything else, like any type of painful emotion. You want happy things to stay longer, but the depression things, you want it out. You don't want that lingering on. That doesn't cause you anything good. It causes health problems. It causes stress. It causes immune system to go down. You need your immune system to be strong and ward off sicknesses. So depression actually takes away from your immune system. So if you want to be well and you want to be healthy, you get out of your depression fast. We all get depressed, but the key is to get out of it. Do what you have to do. You're an adult. If you're watching this, odds are you're an adult, and you could even teach this to your children. Teenagers get depressed. I know I have teens and they get depressed, and I talk them through it. It's not easy. The hormones are different and everything's crazy. There's also PMS. Like I said, I did not want to get into why people got depressed, because some people get depressed for other reasons. But check off the list and see what's going on. Write it down, whatever you have to do. But pull yourself out of it. Volunteer. Talk to somebody else. Odds are there's someone way worse, in worse condition than you are. Chances are, you are definitely going to find somebody way worse situation than you are. And you need to figure that out, because that's the only way you could probably get out of your deep depression. So I hope this helped. I'm rambling on, and I don't know where I'm going with this, but I just wanted to help out and see if anybody else had the same situation happen to them, and maybe they could share this with somebody else, and maybe they got something out of it. All right, thanks. Bye.